Hello, and welcome to Alchemy Mindset. I'm your host, Anna Hastie, business mindset coach for women and a sound healer. If you are ready to become the most aligned, magnetic, and confident businesswoman you are worthy and deserving of being, then this show is for you. This is where I share everything from mindset, energy, and spirituality, and how to embody your future self in business and life. Sprinkle that with deeply relaxing sound healings and meditations, and you have the Alchemy Mindset podcast. Hit subscribe so you always get the latest episode. Now let's begin. Hello, and welcome back to this episode of the Alchemy Mindset podcast, where you are now joining me for part 2 of my interview with Livia Mckenzie from Livvies. If you missed last week's episode, number 53, head on over where you can hear about our conversation on the current climate in the beauty and cosmetic industry and why Livia chooses to focus on a holistic approach to skincare, as well as incorporating nutrition and mindset in her services. Livia Mckenzie, originally from the Highlands of Scotland, found her home in Broome, and after a few years of working for a well-known resort day spa, which is actually where we both met, she ventured out on her own to create Livvies, a business that is more than just a place for beauty therapy, but offers an elevated experience of seamlessly blending the precision of a clinical service with the serenity and indulgence of a spa-like experience. Livia's approach in her services is rooted through education and qualifications, enabling her to offer a fully holistic and personalized approach. And I have to say, from personal experience, Liv really does offer the most dreamy treatments, and her knowledge, care, and integrity to her profession is what makes her a standout therapist and why I trust my skincare in her very, very capable hands. A seasoned beauty therapist who has been running her therapy business in Broome for over 7 years, Livia was suddenly faced with a huge pivotal moment in her business. She reached out to me for some mindset support and jumped into the 3-month Alchemy Mindset coaching program. In this episode today, Liv provides insights from her own experience with mindset coaching with me and the hurdles she overcame as a business owner, which really I know will offer so much inspiration and guidance for other entrepreneurial women who may also be facing similar challenges and mindset hurdles right now in their business. And just before we begin this episode, if you're a bit curious and want to know more about the Alchemy Mindset coaching programs I offer, please feel free to jump on over to my website or on a no obligation, completely free clarity call where you can share with me everything that's happening in your business right now and find out how mindset coaching may support you to move forwards and achieve your goals. And find out how mindset coaching can clear away those blocks, rewire your mindset, feeling more motivated and empowered in what you do, or jump on a no obligation, completely free clarity call where you can share with me everything that's happening within your business right now and why you're feeling stuck, stagnant, or it's just not moving forwards, and find out how mindset coaching can help you feel more supported, guided, help you to achieve your goals and start moving forwards, more motivated and empowered, as well as that feeling of that you love your business all over again. I'll put all those links in the show notes below. Thank you for joining us today. Now let's begin. So you've been working for yourself for how long now? Like over 7 years, thereabouts?
Yeah, about 7 years.
And then just recently you reached out for some mindset coaching and support.
I did. You came at the right time. So 7 years in business, I've always been quite like yourself. You're very proactive. You get things done. You look for solutions and study and just power through things. But I think after COVID, my mindset kind of just started shifting slightly. Post-COVID was more intense than the COVID. It's the 2 months that we had off. It was afterwards, there's just lots of knock-on effects and rebound following that, and lots of tension and stress throughout the world that you just pick up on. Not necessarily yourself, but all of last year, I had to find somewhere else to run my business from, and was just trying to find, couldn't get any traction in any area whatsoever. I was reaching out and just exhausting all avenues.
You were literally trying to find, you were like reaching out to just about everybody in this town, even like looking at rental properties, like commercial spaces.
Yeah, which they denied me last minute when I was waiting for the
green light to go ahead, right?
I was just waiting for the contract. We've gone over contract details, and I had a plumber come in to do a quote, and then after that they called me up saying the owner won't allow you to be in here because they don't want to tread on other businesses' toes. So like that was a huge sort of kick in the guts to me. And my mindset just kind of spiraled. I'm like, maybe I'm not meant to be doing this. And I love what I do. You know what I love what I do, and all my clients do. But I was starting to doubt myself hugely. I was just like, maybe I'm not meant to do this. I started looking at other jobs, even looking at working at McDonald's. Like anything. I'll do anything. Like why is nothing coming into fruition? Like why can't I just get a door to open for me? Which I eventually, in that mindset, just kind of let go of trying, and it's all kind of worked out perfectly anyway. So trusting in the universe.
Yes.
As hard as it is, especially in those circumstances, but also working with you're just such a godsend at that time. And just, so I'd become at a point, I couldn't even look at my phone, at Facebook app or Instagram app. I was just so burnt out from just everything that had been going on. I couldn't even look at the apps without feeling triggered, not even for a scroll for myself. So those who aren't in the business world, Facebook, Instagram, you've probably got other apps, but in a business, you've got so many points of call. So you're getting emails, you're getting calls, you have to check your Facebook business messages, your Instagram messages. You get WhatsApp calls these days now as well. So there's so many different avenues that people are trying to contact you, and your phone is just, I always try to resist the modernization, and I didn't want Facebook when I was 20 years old, but my mum wanted to keep in contact when I went to work on cruise ships, so that's why I even got into Facebook. So that inner rebel of me, didn't want it. So just with everything on top of me compounding, I couldn't even look at my phone for Facebook and Instagram. But working with you, it just, this shifts, oh my gosh, even the sound healing that we did, huge shifts, energetic shifts after that. It's like you waved this magic wand, and I felt so much better in so many different ways. And I messaged you saying, I can scroll on Facebook without feeling triggered. And that was huge.
That was an amazing moment when you said, guess what? I've been on Facebook. Or Instagram. Yeah. I'm not triggered by what I'm seeing. I'm okay with it. And I could feel your energy was just really relaxed in that, just even in the words you were saying to me, I feel okay about doing this, and this isn't causing me to feel completely stressed or upset, and that I feel like this part of my life is calmed down.
Yeah. Even just talking to you as a mindset coach, I remember just every time that we're just having a chat, just a shift, just getting that off my shlders. When you're working self-employed, you've not always got someone to relay information or how you're feeling, and because my partner probably doesn't want to hear it all the time. So someone that can just relate, and you've been in the same industry as me as well, which was even because you can understand everything that I was talking about. So it just was a massive weight off my shoulders, and every time we spoke, it was just another layer that
shifted,
peeling off from that years of just kind of being compounding on. But I'm going to be moving my business soon, so I just got a new phone.
I know. Congratulations, Liv. How long has it been since you had a new phone?
About 7 years or so. So that's exciting. So watch out, social media. I might post once a month. Who knows?
Because we did talk a lot about posting to social media as well, and different ways that you could do it that felt right for you as well. Knowing that you don't have to do it all the time. Do it when you're feeling more relaxed, when you're feeling really good about yourself, and taking that pressure off that it had to be done every day.
Yeah. Not I'm supposed to do this, which was always like pressure, or I was going to post about this but never got round to it. And then so there's definitely no pressure
around opening that little app.
Not at all.
And being able to communicate with your clients.
Yeah,
there were some really great shifts, and the one thing I do, like you said just then, was just having someone to talk to was the biggest thing for you. Like 7 years in business, a lot of people might think, oh, she's got it. Like she knows what she's doing. It's not a problem for her. She can navigate everything. But the shifts and changes that were coming up for you, like in terms of having to relocate, really kind of was that pivotal moment where it's like, actually, I might need some support right now because I don't think I can do all of this on my own within the mindset or...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's it to any other business owners out there as well. Like, nothing is ever constant. Things are going up and down. And so every year of being in business can be different. Where you are at in your life. Like, we even had the conversation of, which has been a huge thing of like my mindset around business as well, is what am I going to do if I get pregnant or have kids? Like, I need to be able to function and be able to run my business. And I've just worked so hard doing all this kind of stuff. And being a female, I know that's not always the case in this modern world, with the fathers being able to stay at home these days, depending on who makes the more income, I guess. But you just don't know how that's going to unfold.
No,
am I going to be like Kate Middleton and just being in the hospital throwing up the whole time? Don't want that in their treatments.
No.
So like there's even just talking about that, because there's so many different where you are in your life as a business owner, and just having to learn to either find support when you need it, which can be at the start, it could be at the end of your business life, basically, or somewhere in between. Things like COVID might happen again, and then you need to get a bit of support or some courses, or it's a good time for you to do some study, or there's no right or wrong in that way. But I definitely recommend everyone getting some support at some point in your business
journey.
Yeah,
absolutely. And particularly like receive the support. That's when the energy within us can shift, it can change. We feel like someone's there to lean on to support, but within that it helps the flow of other things to happen. Yeah.
And to keep you in check as well, because sometimes when you get a bit stressed, your peripherals, you lose that sight. And even if you work in the business of therapies and things like that, every therapist needs a therapist, basically. So there's no shame in getting that extra help or support ever. And it's always so good to have someone to just relay some information, and then they can call you up on something, or like, no, is this your mindset? Are you creating this boundary, this barrier? Yeah, because we're only human.
We are. And we're always constantly learning, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then some of the things we did together, obviously we did the 3-month program with me.
Yeah,
so you received your sound bath healing, which I remember you saying afterwards, actually this massive shift that I had around a certain situation resolved. Like I felt like that just left my body.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. And then you received the coaching sessions after that. So we did like hypnotherapy, so we did like a hypnosis,
EFT. That was really handy, because then
tapping.
you can do that yourself as well, and that's a tool for future
moments.
And the recordings of the hypnotherapy as well to have,
and the subliminal as well.
That's great. Like heaps of tools.
Yes.
For that support.
Yeah. And overall, whatever you received, I made sure it was going to be tailored to what you needed in this moment in time, whatever you were navigating.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anything that just came out of like, oh, today we're going to be doing this. But in actual fact, you were needing something else, you know. It was always like, okay, how are you feeling? What's going on today? What can we do? Yeah. Amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm forever grateful.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to today's episode. Please rate and review this podcast so that it can continue to thrive and reach more listeners. I love to know who my listeners are, so please screenshot this episode and tag me on Instagram at Anna F. Hastie. And I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.